Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Champions League draw is done. And Arsenal have one of the toughest sides in the draw in years. But before we get into that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get straight into it. Bang! Yes, people. What's going on? It's Egal Talks Football. We're back again with another video. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get straight into the Arsenal news today. But you know what? We're not even talking about Arsenal today. We're talking about the champions. That was a terrible, terrible rendition of the Champions League song. But let's get straight into it. We got the Champions League. We got the round of 16. We got the quarterfinal, semifinal draw figured out. So first things first, let's talk about my club, the Arsenal. Arsenal will be facing PSV in the first round of the Champions League draw, round of 16. So we got ourselves, you know what? It could have been worse. It could have been worse. But you know what? It's not bad for a round of 16 draw, but I would have preferred to be on this side of the draw where Inter are facing Feyenoord, and if they win, they face either Bayern or Leverkusen. Because Arsenal now, we're going to have to face either Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid. And somehow, Atletico Madrid have been awarded the second leg at the Bernabeu. So whoever wins, it will either be at the Bernabeu or the Metropolitan, depending on us beating PSV. So first, we need to get the job done versus PSV, and then we can talk about Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. But really and truly, Arsenal going to have the second leg in the first tie, and in the second tie, we're going to have the first leg at the Emirates, second leg away to whichever Madrid ground we end up facing. And this is the toughest side of the draw. It could have been much easier, but Liverpool, PSG, Club Brugge, Aston Villa, it just doesn't get any easier, ladies and gentlemen. This just looks very tough. And you know what? In order to beat the best, you have to beat the best. So cliche aside, this is what the Champions League is. And on the grand scheme of things, it is annoying that we're going to have to face one of the Madrid teams. And if we want to get to the semifinal, we're going to have to play either Liverpool, PSG, or one of these guys. But the other side is just as tough also. Barcelona, I think, have the easiest road to the semifinals or finals because they got the second spot and they play Benfica, one of Dortmund or Lille. And you fancy yourself against those guys, really and truly. But Inter also have themselves a tough side. I just think avoiding the Madrids is the best way to try to get yourself to a final. And these other guys are avoiding all the Madrid teams, where Arsenal is going to be a tough quarterfinals for us if we do get to quarterfinals. So let me just do some quick thoughts. I think Inter do beat Feyenoord. I would have preferred that matchup. I do think we beat PSV. Bayern Leverkusen versus Bayern Munich. This is going to be a lot closer than people think, but I'll give Leverkusen the edge. They beat them to the league last year. They might have something for them this year again. As for Dortmund versus Lille, I've not been watching Lille enough. I would assume Dortmund would be better, but that's just assuming based on the club. I don't know how they're performing this season, to be 100% fair. Benfica versus Barcelona might actually be closer than we think after that thriller they had where they won it 4-5 or something like that. It might be a very close tie, but I expect Barcelona to come through. PSG versus Liverpool. I expect Liverpool to hand it to PSG, but let's see what happens. PSG's attack is really good and firing recently. Aston Villa versus Club Brugge. I don't think Club Brugge can beat Aston Villa over two legs. Unai Emery is a specialist in knockout competitions. So let's see. We probably see him go to the quarterfinals. So all three English sides get to the quarterfinals. And then you're going to have Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. Let's be honest, Real Madrid is going to win. And then from there, I'm going to go Liverpool beat Aston Villa. Let's be honest, guys. Real Madrid is probably going to beat us if we get to the quarterfinals. But we have to see what we can do versus Real Madrid in the first leg before we even talk about anything else. Then you have Leverkusen versus Inter. Inter is going to win. Barcelona versus Dortmund. Dortmund's going to win. And then I'm going to go Inter beat Barcelona, Real Madrid beat Liverpool. And then it's going to be an Inter Real Madrid final. And that's where I say, you know what, Real Madrid get to a final, they just win it. So my prediction for the Champions League winner is going to be Real Madrid. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's pretty much my thoughts about the whole Champions League. I thought Liverpool kind of got screwed over. They got a very tough road to the final for themselves being first. Barcelona have a much easier one. Inter have a much easier one. It's crazy to think that one side could be facing the likes of Real Madrid in the semifinals, and then you have in the quarterfinals. Then you have the other side where they're facing the likes of friggin', I don't know, Dortmund or Lille. I just don't think they're of the same standard. Let's be honest. The favorites to win the competition are Real Madrid, Inter, Barcelona, and Liverpool. And then fifth favorite is probably Arsenal. Sixth favorite is probably Atletico Madrid. So based on the favorites and based on betting odds, who is the favorites to win the competition, that is what they're saying. As an Arsenal fan, I genuinely feel gutted that we couldn't be on the other side. I would back myself first Bayern and RVP. I'd back myself first Bayern. I would have said bring me Bayern once again. But hey, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. I guess we got to go up against PSV. First, let's go beat PSV. Let's get the job done. And then when we play Real Madrid, please, can you not make the combined 11 go viral again? I've apologized in the past. Last thing I need is that Real Madrid combined 11 to go viral once again. Let's try to avoid that. Let's try to avoid making that Real Madrid combined 11 go viral once again, ladies and gentlemen, because I've held a lot of stick for that Real Madrid combined 11. I don't really want to hold no more stick for that, please. You know what I mean? But yeah, that is pretty much it. And the Champions League is the toughest club competition. I really do think Arsenal have a better chance of winning the league than the Champions League now, because of the fact that we're going to have to go through Real Madrid, Liverpool, and all these guys in the quarterfinals, semifinals. If we want to win it, there's no easy road to the final in the Champions League. I don't know why anybody thought there would be, including myself. But yeah, I'll wrap it up here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and maybe we'll be back soon with more information on Arsenal's new sporting director. We'll have to wait and see if there's any news on that. But in the meanwhile, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button. Let me know who do you think is going to win the Champions League. Let me know what do you think is going to happen, and where do you think Arsenal is going to finish in the Champions League this season? How far do you think we can go? And who do you think is going to be the longest lasting English side in the Champions League? Anyways, I'm out here, people. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace. You already know what it is. Don't know.